ESPN's coverage of NASCAR Nextel Cup Series Ford 400 on ABC. Brought to you by Allstate, the official insurance sponsor of NASCAR. Gillette Fusion Power, the best shave ever. And Napa Auto Parts. Napa, get the good stuff.
Sun setting here in South Florida at Homestead-Miami Speedway. We are under caution for the third time today. That's the car number there, 15 of Paul Menard, the rookie driver, spinning it around as they have brought the car on the pit road to try to bend some of that sheet metal away. And let's take a look and see the view that Ricky Rudd had of what happened to Menard.
Oh, Andy, it looks like that top groove, he just got a little too high, got out from underneath him. I didn't see anybody touch him. Just flat spun that car out.
That thing just snapped around on Paul. Bangs the left side into the wall pretty good. They're going to have to fix some of that damage. Probably have some suspension damage. Here comes the leaders.
Here they will come down 45 miles an hour. Second major pit stop of the day. Jeff Gordon's bunch is there. Jimmy Johnson's bunch are ready. We head down the pit road and Jamie Little.
And Robbie Reiser, crew chief for Matt Kenseth, reminding him, come down to your pit box slow. We're going to do 4 tires. We're not going to make any changes. And Matt said, you guys need to direct me. I cannot see my pit box. The sun is a big problem right now. Alan?
And Jeff Gordon, center box left screen, is pitting. He says that the car is better on the entry to the corner, but still the nose sliding a little too much off the corner. So they're going to try and make an adjustment here. It'll be a 4-tire change for the 24 car. David?
And the 48 thinks they might go for 2, Allen, but they're going to stay with 4 up here on the 48. No changes except for a little air pressure to try to free him up a little bit more. The 24 does take 2. The 48 will take the left sides as well. Jack going up at this point, and Jimmy going off pit road. Jimmy saying, the car is doing what I want it to do. I hope my times are good. The one on pit road there wasn't necessarily their best, guys.
Yeah, it looked like they had some problems on that pit stop and lost a few spots. Lost a lot of spots, actually.
And you see Jeff Gordon, by the virtue of those 2 tire stops, gaining 10 positions, so that will put him up. And 48 Jimmy Johnson back where he does not want to be, in a crowd of cars toward the back of the pack on a restart. We'll come back with a green flag at Homestead-Miami in a moment.
Final race in the chase in 187 laps. The Nextel Cup champ will be crowned. Story in the FedEx race rundown. Points leader Jimmy Johnson started the day on the pole. The first lap picked up 5 bonus points. So now all he has to do is finish 19th to win it all. And the battle we're keeping an eye on, Jeff Gordon with the early pass on Johnson.
Jeff Gordon marching towards the front. Jimmy Johnson did what he had to do early, getting those 5 bonus points. Now he's just out trying to maintain position. Jeff Gordon is coming though.
The last race for Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the number 8 for DEI, and he found trouble early.
Boy, just the season for Dale Earnhardt Jr. cannot end quick enough, and this is just like the rest of the season. He's had a lot of bad luck today.
Right now, the 48 and the 24 separated by just 47 points. We're keeping an eye on it, Doc.
Indeed, Susie, in the 24 car, Jeff Gordon will line up 3rd in the restart. And how important is it for Jeff Gordon to be able to get a lap led? Remember, Jimmy Johnson has led a lap here already to get those 5 bonus points. And rusty Jeff Gordon, he's got to get by Blaney and Hamlin and somehow charge up there and lead a lap.
Well, Jerry, I think this was a good move, putting right sides on Jeff Gordon to see what it's going to do. He needed the track position, and track position, Andy, this racetrack is just everything in the world.
Anywhere you're at a high-speed racetrack where air is important, track position is just key.
He can lead the lap. He'll cut it to 42 points. We'll see what he can do. Hamlin pulls away, leads him down to the green flag. Lap 81 at 267. Jimmy Johnson mired back in 14th position back there behind Mark Martin and in front of Carl Edwards. A gaggle of cars. There's the glare. You're looking back at Denny Hamlin from Jeff Burton's onboard camera.
Jeff Burton's now back on the lead lap after all his problems. He's worked his way back now, or he's not just a lucky dog. He's on the lead lap in front of this 11. But here comes Denny Hamlin. He's challenging him back for this lap.
Well, how about Matt Kenseth? He's gone by Gordon to try to move his way to the front. Here comes Kenseth on the high side, the 17 car.
Well, it appears right now the 2 right side tires for Gordon aren't coming in very good at the moment, although before we judge it, let's let him run some more laps and see if that car settles in, because that's generally what happens to right side tires.
Rolling the dice for Gordon. 2 tire changes for the second time, and he's trying to hold his position. Here comes Truex, who's been awfully good on the bottom to take that spot away.
Boy, I just saw the 24 just wiggling the back of that car up off of turn 4. Means it's a little loose right now on those 2 right side tires, and the rest of these guys got 4 tires. They're just driving off at the moment, so this might not be paying off. Again, let's watch this a little longer, though.
Tells me that Jeff Gordon's driving that car extremely hard right now, too. You can see how he's sawing that wheel.
And we heard him complaining how the nose of the car has been sliding up across the racetrack. He was lacking so much grip, just like that. The one car just slipped up across the racetrack.
I think he went up there to see how the grip level was up there because he's been running there the whole time. And what they do is they run the laps on the bottom with the good tires, and then they'll move up. But I think Martin Truex just says, hey, my groove's up top. I'm going to go up here and run.
Yeah, he's not even messing around with the bottom. I mean, he just threw that bottom away, went right to that top again, and he's just comfortable up there.
Like he was headed to Key Largo. He just turned right going into turn 1 there, went way up across the racetrack. Now he's trying to race back by the 24 car and make that high groove work.
Well, he was going the right direction, Jerry, if he wanted to go to Key Largo off of turn 2, heading south and getting on down there. A lot of good teams have stayed down there this week, had a good time down there.
Kurt Busch in the 2 car coming into the picture there on the left side of your screen. Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car on the right side. Johnson still back in 13th position. Clint Boyer behind him. A gaggle of cars around the 48.
Now take a look at Juan Pablo Montoya in the bottom of the racetrack on the left-hand side of your screen, folks. This car has been fast all day long. No fluke going on there. But the guy in front of him, Kurt Busch, just remember, this car has been fast also. Won a lot of races this year, that 2 car has.
Guess who's back up front? The 17 car of Kenza trying to get back there. Denny Hamlin trying to stay there. Again, the 31 car, Jeff Burton, now on the tail end of the lead lap. Boy, does he need a caution flag in a hurry to be able to come back around and get his car dialed in, not get past by these guys and put a lap down.
See how Matt Kenseth is using that bottom lane right now. Like I said, the tires are very, very grippy. He can run down there, make time. But as the tires wear, you'll see even this 17 car go way up top like you saw the 1 car of Truex.
More on Matt Kenseth as we check in with Jamie Little.
Well, Doc, you know, we've been talking a lot about this being the final race for the traditional car. Well, Matt Kenseth brought his favorite car. It's 2 years old. He's raced it a ton of times. It has multiple wins under it. He loves this car, and tonight it's the same. He's loving it. He thinks he can bring it home to victory. After all, it's been since February since he won a race. And as I mentioned earlier, this is his final race with Robbie Reiser as his crew chief, and they would want nothing more than to go to victory lane and then, of course, retire the traditional car.
You're exactly right, Jamie. They would love to give Robbie Reiser a great send-off in victory lane here as he becomes the general manager of Roush Fenway Racing. You see the left side of your screen, Kenseth goes by and puts Jeff Burton, his buddy, a lap down. They were former teammates at Roush Racing years ago. Right side of your screen, you see Jeff Gordon still running the bottom of the racetrack trying to hang tough with the 42 car and the 20. Montoya and Stewart just go sailing by.
These 2 tires are not working for the 24. You know, it was a good gamble, but it's just not working for him right now.
No, it's definitely a great idea to go for track position because they had no idea what the car was going to do on 2. So they just had to try and go for it. Alan?
And Rusty, just remember, this is the 2nd consecutive stop. They just took the right side tires. On the stop at lap 60, they just took rights. Then on the stop at lap 78, they just took rights. Steve Letarte trying to get himself some track position and get his car toward the front. Right now, they're just kind of mired back in the traffic. He'll have to play a few more games, I would assume, a little bit later on if he's going to try and extend any kind of advantage over the 48 car.
So Andy Steve Letarte rolling the dice not once but twice on the right side tire.
Well, he's in the position of gambling. It's not going to hurt him if they don't get a good result out of this. They do have a lot to gain by gambling, and that's why you see them doing this. But the first time they did the 2-tire deal, they didn't have but about 4 or 5 laps on the left side. So I knew that, and I'm watching, but it really was kind of, you know, really not hard. It's not easy to gauge it from that. But now this run, they had quite a few laps on the lefts, and it's not working.
Well, you're exactly right what you just said. I mean, this guy has nothing to lose right now. He's got 2nd place in the points locked up. And if he's going to try something, he needs to try it early right now so it works at the end.
How much of a gamble was it for Jimmy Johnson's guys to take 4 and get him back in this mess, back about 15th in the middle of the pack? I would have been a little concerned about that as well, but he seems to be clearing some of the traffic there, or trying to get by the 0-1 of Mark Martin.
Well, you see Jeff Gordon losing spots right here. It's easier to have good tires and be on offense and pass cars than it is to be getting past like you see the 24. And I think for Chad Knaus, he made the right move putting 4 tires on this car.
Jeff Gordon, left side of your screen, moving back. Jimmy Johnson, right side of your screen, starting to move forward. 91 of 267 laps are in the books. Right now, Jeff Gordon is 75 points back on the 48 car. You're watching ESPN on ABC.
I can't stop, it's all I